Freeport police say they have found the man who tried to break into a garage early Wednesday morning. 20-year-old Joshua Heller faces several charges, including 2 counts of burglary from a motor vehicle. Just after 5 Wednesday morning, police responded to an attempted break-in the 700 block of West Chestnut Street. Police say Heller also robbed 2 cars, one on Monroe Drive and the other on Jefferson Drive.